GW2.
Never leave a wrong to right an
I saw a human and a Norn. One of them could be entertaining.
It's no... You're coming with me to the practice field tomorrow, right?
We'll be there, cheering for our champion.
And we'll toss in a cheer or two for you as well.
You've arrived. Dagonet, should you not remember the face.
A firstborn. The pleasure is mine. Have we crossed paths?
Briefly, at least. I was in Siren's Landing. Traherne and I, we were great friends, once. I've carried on with his studies. Your haste is appreciated. Our kind come and go from the Grove these days. But we've no time to linger. We've business to discuss, Commander. I would like to extend an invitation to the Tyrian Alliance. You've many allies in this world. A beaming reputation.
Your letter mentioned as much. Sounds formal.
Formal indeed. And I'm not surprised. Our world's leaders haven't gotten together in a long while. Those beasts. The Rotten Walkers. They roused something in us. I only wish that rousing happened sooner.
Yes.
You've been elected to the Council unanimously, as you seem to have been involved in, well, quite a bit of this. Not long from now, we'll be meeting in Lion's Arch, in neutral territory.
It sounds like the event of the century.
It might very well be. That is, until we face another world-ending disaster. Got a few of those left in you, I assume. We've cowered beneath Mordramoth's shadow too long, and the worm is dead. Maturity is needed, for all of us. Here's your invitation, signed by the Queen of Kreta.
something?
This should be interesting.
Hold it. Name?
Commander, over here.
That you are. Didn't recognize the face at first. Fought alongside you during Scarlet's attack. Go ahead. Don't mind me, just being cautious. A lot of big names in this building.
It's a big job. Malice, a niece. The roster is impressive.
No less cramped than any of Ash's hidden outposts.
Delegates and leaders are still arriving, but the turnout is impressive. My surprise is agreeable.
And nerve-wracking.
Everyone is comforted that you're joining us. You command quite a bit of respect here. Not all of us do the same.
I don't know if that should make me nervous.
You're modest.
Save that irascible demeanor for negotiations, Imperator. Go on. Mingle. As soon as a few more arrive, we'll get started.
No rest for you yet, sweet soul. Kneel.
Commander! Bram! He lives and speaks.
Graham is representing Kragstead, acting as my own advisor.
Oh? I don't mean to gawk.
Gawk all you need. I went home for a while after. The whole thing was an accident. One day I'm patching homesteads and caring for lone wolf pups, and the next I'm... well, here.
You, leading an entire village. I'm impressed.
He's modest. He proved to be the leader Kragstead needed, and irreplaceable while I've helped take on more for Newt. A natural leader, our boy.
Stop.
I'm glad for you, Bram. I would be proud. Councillor Ludo. That's a lot of paperwork for one Asura.
Couldn't get a single one of those old sacks to put down the gavel and at least try to make friends. Did send me with a giant pile of paperwork, though. That's what I'd like to call the Asuran hello. Nonsense, most of it. Cantha is revealed. And if not for copying Asuran ingenuity, they'd still be decades behind. But we can't hide in our labs.
Is that envy I detect?
I certainly do hope that you are correct.
Sister, it's been far too long.
Commander, I'd heard you'd been invited. Glad to see you again.
Keith is joining me as counsel. We've both a stake in seeing our people thrive after everything we've endured.
We have endured a lot of pain. How are you doing after Aureen?
Some days are melancholy, but she still guides me. I'm needed by my people. That has given me purpose.
That they do. Keith has been vital in our pursuit of healing. We've all experienced a bit of an identity crisis after Maguma. We're well on our way, but we've problems to solve for yet.
I've no doubt we'll overcome.
I, Countess Anise, liaison to Queen Jenna of Kryta, call all representatives of the Tyrian Alliance to council. Please, to your places. We've quite a bit to cover. First and foremost, the Pact and Orders send their regards. Structural changes have them occupied. But with that aside, the founding members have come prepared with opening statements. Affirmations of why we're here. As our mutually elected emissary, Commander, would you like to determine the order of operations?
What qualifies me to make that call?
You've had a hand in just about everything Tyria has endured since the retaking of Claw Island. We approve.
I imagine the Pale Mother supports this notion.
Sure, have at it. Counselor Ludo of the Arcane Council. I'll keep it brief. As you can observe, I am the only present representative from the Council. We are experiencing growing pains. Cantha's prowess threw us for a loop. I may be alone in this thinking, but about damn time. For a long while, the Council has lazily relied on Asuran Magitech superiority. We've become complacent, our research secondary. I, and a few others, have been advocating for a more productive integration into the global sector. No disrespect intended, but Cantha's advancements on our designs? Well, frankly, it's insulting. Our knowledge is still unmatched.
An interesting choice of words. Know that I enjoy competition. In fact, I encourage it.
As do I. My first significant motion on the Arcane Council has been to eliminate any restrictions on admittance into the Asuran colleges. Our next focus will be on global equitable information exchange. That's all. For now.
My queen.
Thank you all for your remarks. We gather on mutual ground as allies. For some, friends. We suffered the Elder Dragons. We saw a new Ilona and Cantha. We've endured much. But now, Tyria has the promise of tomorrow. The last decade was cruel, but standing united today shows promise that my father only dreamt of. However, it is not on kind terms that we gather. The Alliance was formed as a reaction to a new threat. Almost a year ago now, demons attacked our villages and farmlands. Your cities and homes.
48 dead in the mountains. An entire village burned to the ground.
One attacked the grove.
2, just outside the gates of Rata Novus. They stank.
No casualties should be accepted. These attacks were calculated, I've heard. Our perpetrator? The Cryptus.
Cryptus? And what exactly are these Cryptus? Where did they come from?
The more pertinent question, how did the Queen discern this information?
Tone.
I've dealt with an Emperor's horde of petty banter, so I pivot. Queen Jenna, care to elaborate?
This information is as novel to me as it is to the Alliance.
I've heard rumors of your trustworthiness, Your Majesty.
No hyperbole until the Queen has spoken.
I see that
triviality of Tyrian politics has not ceased its endless parade. Shall we have a mature discussion?
Introducing representation from the Astral Ward. Iskarin.
Iskarin?
I apologize for my friend's theatrics.
And Frode, Warden of the Astral Ward.
What's going on, Jenna? Answers.
Queen. If you wish to leave with all your limbs intact.
Calm, all of you. And I thought the war bands needed babysitting. Frode, was it?
Indeed. Admittedly, I expected worse. Wayfinder, under duress as always.
Wayfinder. Ah. Should have known you had a leg in this race.
I'll try talking to them. Ready as they'll ever be. Get to the point.
They thrive on the brink of chaos.
They've all endured enough trauma for a lifetime. Patience.
If we're measuring trauma in lifetimes, they wouldn't compare.
Thank you for allowing us the time to speak to you all today. I apologize for the dramatic entrance. Again, I am Frode of the Astral Ward.
Frode. I've heard that name.
The Ward has been cloaked in shadow for centuries, protecting you from threats unknown and unlike the Elder Dragons.
The Cryptus.
The source of our demon infestation, I take it?
Beings of the Mists who are no longer a problem. Not right now. Our Wayfinder, your commander, can speak to that.
I joined their fight. The Cryptus have been contained.
I wouldn't be surprised if some still attempted to breach our realm, but they aren't organized.
He speaks truth, as the commander can attest. Hesitant trust is advised. Isgarin revealed himself to me not long before he revealed himself to all of you.
The Cryptus are harbingers of what may come next from the mists.
And you say they're no longer a threat, Wayfinder?
I've been to their realm myself. They've been stabilized.
When Su Won passed, Tyria's essence bled into the veil beyond, the mists. You are... we are no longer shielded by her power. Every eye turned toward us in that moment. And like before, we glow brighter than we did before. Tyria is a unique world, coveted by those beyond.
To summarize, our demons are Cryptus, and you two, the Astral Ward, are some sort of secret organization that fights them?
Not just Cryptus, but any intruder from another realm. We've certainly faced other threats that were not born of Tyria. Why didn't you reveal yourself sooner?
Or help us with the Elder Dragons.
I will answer all of your questions. But this is not the right venue.
I'm inclined to agree. Whatever this information is, I gather it's sensitive in nature.
I imagine the room needs a moment to reflect. Shall we pause and reconvene in smaller council?
After our councils have ended, I will speak with any of you. Whatever questions you may have, I will try to answer them.
Commander, with us. We'd like to continue the conversation.
So you've met before?
Anise introduced us. Their friendship was just as much a surprise to me.
We sought another ally ahead of the forum. We've known it was time to reveal ourselves to the world. Figured this would be better than a more public spectacle.
That inclination isn't wrong. Why now, though?
The Cryptus may be controlled, or contained, but my words should cause fear. Tyria is as blood in water.
And what exactly is attracted to that blood?
Any number of beasts and beings. I've no reason to think we're in imminent danger, but I suspect something draws closer.
And we all need to prepare. The Astral Ward is ready to help in any way we can. So you've numbers then? Some. Fewer after the Cryptus. We bled on the edge of that blade.
What do you propose we do?
Focus on your affairs. We'll get nowhere without some degree of control. Your nations are fragile still. Heal. Nourish.
We'll be establishing pacts with our neighbors. I suggest you do the same.
Wise. On that subject, I'd like to offer some information on the Isle of Janthir.
Janthir. A storm looms over that place. Blood. That is not a territory I wish to cross.
I don't expect you to, but we may find more allies throughout those lands. The Lowland Coden.
My father spoke of them briefly. He left their territory untouched. Those are bonds I have not maintained.
I imagine there's more to this suggestion, Iskarin?
We should speak within thicker walls. Yes.
Wayfinder, I don't think anyone here would be better equipped to help form these bonds. You are not only a representative of the Astral Ward, but of Tyria. Look around this room. Take it in.
I could support that notion. Yes.
Utilize Moon Camp. It's only kicking up dust otherwise. We'll send word to your aid. All your aid. The Ward will establish a gateway between our outpost and the human city. With the Queen's blessing.
Blessing granted. I support this, and you, Commander. Now is the time to fortify. The Countess will meet you in Divinity's Reach.
I've witnessed cleaner executions.
Krisha, think I'm going with the commander to Janthir. I feel a professional pull. Have little intel on that location, or these Coden, and it feels vital. Or intriguing, at least.
An Imperator leaving her post to get her claws dirty. Care to steal my mate, too? Go. Be our eyes. I can cover for us.
I'll see you there, Commander.
Prompt, as expected. Welcome, Commander. The gateway is active. I've word that Malice will meet you there. Got a glimpse of the place myself. Frode gave the Queen a proper tour. He'll be expecting you too. Though, between friends, their definition of camp is sweet. I'm sure you'll be very comfortable.
If I've learned anything of the Astral Ward, it's to expect opulence.
You are quite adapted to them, aren't you? How are you feeling about the mission, then?
Curious to see how the situation evolves. I'm glad we're moving in the right direction. Tyria, that is. Janthir is a mysterious place, and we'll no doubt learn much in our travels. But contacting Coden there, not what I expected.
Diplomacy is a fine craft, Commander. And making allies requires an artisan. Oh, before you depart, do we prefer Wayfinder or Commander now?
Whatever you prefer, honestly. I don't know if you calling me anything but Commander would sound natural.
Old habits die hard, I suppose. Good luck.
Wayfinder, the guest of honor. Welcome to Moon Camp. Vanak, if you don't remember. Fought with you against the Cryptus and Omnitas.
I was not expecting such lavish accommodations.
The Astral Ward? Subtle. Not a chance. Good to see you closer to ground, though. I volunteered to help with the integration. Long overdue that we got involved in Tyrian affairs. More publicly, that is. Got a few things to atone for.
Oh, Commander, Vanak was just giving us the lay of the land. Dangerous place, Janthir. Eager to scope it out.
I am as well. There's something about the atmosphere here that wilts my senses.
Sister! I wasn't expecting to see you here.
On Dagonet's order, he didn't go into much detail about the Pale Tree's status. And perhaps it's not my place to say, but her recovery has been slower than we expected. Some days she seems weaker than the day before. We search for a remedy. The Astral Ward knows magic, and ancient magic at that. I'm hoping we can form a connection with you.
I do too, for what it's worth. And all help is good in these parts. Janthir is a nasty place to get lost. But before you touch ground, Frode wanted to speak with you, Wayfinder. Seemed urgent enough to prioritize.
Right. I'll track him down. ever stop and take a breath?
I used to be in charge of Moon Camp before Levente named me Warden.
Why do I get the feeling there's more to this mission than outreach? Must be when the Warden is pulled from the sky.
You know us well. It's true. The Lowland Codan will be fine allies of Queen Jenna and the Tyrian Alliance. That is no lie. They know these lands better than most. Janthir and the northern stretches are formidable. How much did you learn of Waiting Sorrow during your time in Omnitas?
Waiting Sorrow, as in your missing wizard? Very little, other than the fact that she created the Heart of the Obscure.
Indeed. I've never met her, of course, as she's been missing since before Ascalon burned to the ground. This must stay between us, for now. But we suspect that she's hiding among the Codan.
You want me to find her?
It isn't a burden on your shoulders alone. The Ward is here to support in whatever way we can. But, yes, we need you to.
Is she dangerous?
She's very capable. For your own safety, expect resistance. I wish I knew more. Between us, Wayfinder, all conversation about her turns Isgaran more conspiratorial than usual.
Then I'll keep my guard up.
Good. For what it's worth, Dagda doesn't agree with him. She was also Waiting Sorrow's closest friend, so there's bias. But that's all I've got, so I'll leave you to it. Get to know the region. We'll set out in search of the Codan soon as well. They've been known to homestead along the delta and the coastline. They'll build for 100 or so years, then move. Unsure of their exact position, but I imagine we're close. We portaled Moon Camp here to avoid scaring the locals.
Probably more subtle than flying it over the bay. Good call.
Stalwart Hart pulled some research noting they're not especially keen on magic. A floating building may cause alarm. But, good luck. I'll be here to guide you as I can. Ward's busy with the reacclimation. It's going to be a long process.
How are things with the Ward?
Fine. Tense. Isgaran wanted to lock our doors and go back into hiding, but that's just not an option for us. We have 100 fractal inhabitants taking up residence in Omnitas, and I doubt they want to stay.
Brilliant insights from Frode, Commander.
And that's just one problem.
He and I... Are you going to get the Alliance involved? Probably a smart move.
I think we have to. Lear agrees. He strongly agrees. Isgaran's worried that the world will think us monsters, which is a fair fear, but our actions aren't above critique. I'm airing my angst. Suffered a few long nights, but we're moving in the right direction. Don't let me distract you.
That's a Valraven Talon. Nasty beast. The Ward has little documentation, aside from a few first-hand accounts. When few travelers come through Janthir, stay away from them at all costs.
What can you tell us about the history of this place?
Former home of the Mersat, and later the White Mantle. From my research, there's been very little activity in recent years.
Correct. Aside from the Codan, only a few other groups have called it home. Some centaur tribes, trolls, creatures that keep to themselves. And the Isles are another story. I recommend you read up on it. A lot of blood has been spilled here. A lot of things come to Janthir to hide from the rest of Tyria. That's why the Mersat built Bava here. Though, that place is all ruins and storms now. Hard to get close.
Bava-Nisos? What's that?
Former Mersat city. Fixed in the middle of the Isles. Been abandoned for a long time. Don't think I'd want to go anyway. Maban told me about it. Didn't sound all that hospitable. He went back from time to time. Memories, I imagine. Or guilt.
How big is Janthir?
Huge. Practically in Kryta still. But the deltas are considered a part of the Isles due to their climate and flora. It stretches far to the north, running parallel to the northern Shiver Peaks, as far as modern maps are concerned. The Isles and Bay make up most of the occupied territory, with some coastal regions lining the mainland. There was even a small human outpost on the Isles, but it's long abandoned now. Don't know a lot about it.
Not a good place to be, then.
That's a Cryptis axe. I'd recognize it anywhere.
Yep. Moon Camp operated in the area during the attacks. Eparch's grunts were poking at something here. Never figured out what.
Given Janthir's history, I imagine there are any number of things a demon could be drawn to. Not especially inspiring, though. So quiet.
Reminds me of Drizzlewood. Abundant vegetation. I wonder how much of this is edible.
I guess we're acclimating. Where to first?
Sounds like something to be determined by a wayfinder.
Exploring the world does have benefits. We should follow that stream, see where it leads.
Goodness, look at you. This is a very old tree. Imagine the stories it could tell us. Standing tall and strong, protecting the smaller growth.
Eyes up, Keith.
Watch out for the cliff. Wouldn't make for a nice fall.
Never mind the cliff. Watch out!
May be dangerous, but this place... it's stunning.
Breathtaking. I wonder where the flow of water will take us.
Janthiri flora is fascinating. And probably very toxic. are those things?
Must be Valraven. Talons look just like the one Vinox showed us.
Ward, I need assistance now! Alchemy! It won't calm!
Treacherous, eh?
Better check it out. Together, everyone!
What has them so riled up?
On sites so close to a populated camp is concerning behavior.
Bet it has something to do with that distress call.
Reasonable take.
Swift and steady.
Claw marks.
And from quite a large beast, I imagine.
Footprints and more claw marks. Chase them away from camp.
Blood. We better hurry.
Anyone! Help us!
Come on.
Swift and steady.
Maintain eye contact and be firm. The rest of you follow as we guide. The creature is vulnerable. Again, we don't seek to kill it unless absolutely necessary.
Who are you?
Outlander, use this salve. Perhaps something sturdier would do you better in these parts. Which of you is the leader?
Commander?
suppose that would be me.
I share your connection to nature, Sproutling. I'd like to get to know you. I'm sure the Claw would too. The sun is fading. Wherever you traveled from, our village is likely closer. Follow. We've got a fire for you to sit by.
Thank you.
We'll follow. But who are you?
Barbed Veil. Come. You can help us lead the journeykin to safety. But we must move quickly, unless you want to lose yourself in the woods. Our nights have been far darker. The Malraven watch.
Journeykin? You mean that wild animal?
Fascinating beasts they are. Came to us from far away. They need protectors.
It's enraged again?
Stay calm. Help it release that energy, just like last time. Again, keep your voices stable. Help it relax. Good.
Starting to think that it's enjoying this.
It could be. Let it release that energy.
and so close to camp. I was expecting a little more of a hike.
It's been a long while since we've let the outside in. Travelers avoid these lands, and for good reason. Not intentional isolation, that is. It isn't my story to tell, however. And we're nearing the pen. Use this to calm the beast.
What is it?
Food. Especially feral ones, only know a life of hunting, fighting for their food. A kind interaction and a gift is sometimes all it needs to learn trust.
You return with more than another journeykin, Spearmaster.
More creatures lost in the wild.
A claw of the Coden that I've never heard of, huh?
Call me Stoic Alder.
We found them in the forest, defending themselves against this one.
I'm glad you intervened before any lives were lost. Come, we should speak.
As a delegate of the Tyrian Alliance, it's good to meet you, Stoic Alder.
Interesting. I never thought Tyria capable. Clearly, we've plenty to discuss. Come. The village welcomes you.
I'll tend to our friend.
Thankfully, you've stumbled into the kindest alcove in Janthir. have visitors, rather unexpected in our keep. Welcome the Tyrian Alliance.
Tyria has allied? Amusing joke you play.
Your skepticism is understandable. But given the severity of recent threats, Tyria needed to act fast. And unitarily.
Threats? Well, surely the strangers do not walk among all lands.
If you mean the creatures attacking from mist portals, I'm afraid so. We call them Cryptis.
Ah, mist portals. It's of the flesh stalkers that this alliance speaks. Yes. As foes, they proved fatal ones. Lives lost on your front as well, Jan.
I'm afraid so. And allying proved the viable solution, finally.
Fear can be a supreme unifier, or divider, depending on how it is channeled. So, this is why you come to my hearth, with eyes carrying intention. A bid to join your alliance.
Who knows what other threats the mists might bring? Should that happen, we'll have strength in numbers.
I respect your good intentions, but need time to ponder its implications for our own. For now, that is my decision. At this time, I extend our visitors the opportunity to speak with our council members.
Fading Aurora, Village Healing Master.
Aurora and Barbed Veil, who you first ran into, are two of our newest to don the Master title. Though, judging by their expertise, one would suspect them seasoned veterans of their respective crafts. Additionally, Aurora has fast proved an upstanding mentor for my son.
Currently working on the fundamentals of herbalism.
Save some praise for yourself, Elder. The previous one would be proud to see how well welfare in the position.
The claw Aurora speaks of was my mother. Feels both long ago and as recent as yesterday that she stood where I do now.
Though a few claw lengths shorter. By my coming of age, she barely made it to my shoulders. But her presence was grand enough to fill the room.
A true leader of Coden. Many have noted the resemblance. See a bit of her in you both. Wayfinder, you find yourself in good company. Hope you can make yourself at home here.
Grazed by fire, Journeykin Master. Apologies. My thoughts are occupied by council matters at the moment. If you find yourself with time to pass, my apprentice Burning River is out tending the village Journeykin. Tell them to give you some lessons at my request. They're fine creatures. I suspect you'll make fast friends.
It was nothing.
Hello there. Rai Lycan, humble lore master of the lowland. Long before our tribe came to inhabit Janthir, we hailed from a sanctuary far in the north. In those times, we were led by two honored Coden, a claw chosen by the people, Alder's role, same as his mother before him. Also, a voice. She was chosen by Koda himself to share in his mind, ultimately proving her worth by the trial of faith. A trial that would prove both to her detriment and the tribe's. Mid-trial, nearly crushed by the weight of madness, she fled. Some call it cowardice. I believe it was the will to survive that seized her from the brink of oblivion. The same will our claw channeled in the trial's aftermath. Rather than risk ruin, he led the tribe south, to Janthir. Given time, some Coden found themselves called back by the will of Koda, a call they followed to Or. The rest, our forebearers, remained. And it is here, free from gods, tried only by nature, that we find our sanctuary. Well, at least, that's the speech I've prepared for the Cubs' annual history visit. I fear it sounds a bit rehearsed.
The role of Claw was taken, so I settled for a title more modest.
My son has some years before he claims such expertise, though his mind is sharp. Observing our council provides him practical education, instills discipline.
Poised Arrow, son of Stoic Alder and Silken Weir. You? A wayfinder losing their way in our woods. And now Commander. That has a strong sound to it. But if you insist, lost your wayfinder.
Seems our visitor also claims two names. We of the lowland drop formality with those we most respect. Right, Opie?
Yes, Pa.
Leader, best we return to the planned agenda, pressing as it is.
Your concerns are sensible, graced by fire. Poised Arrow, I'm afraid our discussion shall prove as stuffy to our guests as the air in this hall. Show them around.
But we've only just... A fine idea. Best they enjoy the weather while it holds. Meet me outside when you're set.
Alliance, I deem you welcome visitors, for the time being. Feel free to acquaint yourselves with our town. Fortunate for you, The embers of our summer season burn brightest. May your time here pass well.
Ah, it was
Here you have it, Harvest Den. Much to keep a newcomer occupied, especially this time of year. Have one last hurrah before the deep freeze sets in, then our time of torpor begins and things really slow down. So, enjoy the fun while it lasts.
Weren't you supposed to show us around?
A wayfinder needs no chaperone, yes? You seem the type who'd rather blaze your own trail. Your friends, the flora and feline, make themselves at home already. Besides, if you need me, I'll be right here. A friend of mine plans to take part in the dance circle. Poor beast dances like his feet are forged from ore, but I'll be cheering for him nonetheless.
Can you make your own food? Do animals graze on you?
Making friends already, Kate.
Delightful, aren't they? What I love about children is their shamelessly charming lack of tact.
Willow, focus. We're training, not harassing newcomers.
But how pretty she is! I love her flowers best of all.
How sweet. These were a gift from a very dear friend. A dragon friend.
There's a dragon here as well?
I'm afraid we're on this adventure without her. She's resting. And she's more than earned it.
Something you have not, Willow. Back to your sets.
Could complete these with my eyes closed. Now this newcomer looks like a fine sparring match for you, Swift Rapids.
Never trained with spears before.
Really? Bet you'd take to it naturally. Talk to my sparring partner, Mists of Dawn. She'll help you get a feel for it. Most Coden train in spears before they can talk. Though some prefer to exercise their jabbering jaws.
Thank you for letting us watch.
I'm gonna test the strength. When my shield's up, see if you can break my defense. When my guard's up, think strategically. And on attacks don't always land. Need to catch my breath after that. Ready for you. Don't you dare pull your punches.
Sweet and steady.
After that. Ready for you. Don't you dare pull your punches.
Safe.
Need to catch my breath after that. Ready for you. Don't you dare pull your punches. Test the strength. When my guard's up, think strategically. And on attacks don't always land.
elegant and graceful. A flower just bloomed.
When my guard's up, think strategically. Your attacks don't always land, so get creative.
Reach is a spear's pride. Best keep your target at a distance. When they approach you, switch to fang and claw.
Need to get to the dress after that. Ready for you. Don't I but still working in their blood. Most of them Need to get to the dress after that. Ready for you.
Mantle
Don't you dare pull your
by sword, bow, axe, or weapon. Only fear makes merit.
shall win fair and square. Take no notice. You'll perform with the need to get my dress after that. Ready for you. Don't you dare pull your punches. A test of strength, Outlander. When my shield's up, see if you can break my defense. When my guard's up, think strategically. And our attacks don't always land, so get creative. Greetings there, visitor. A grand time you choose to drop by. What the harvest in full swing? Fine music, fine sport, and finest of all, the food. Say, give me a hand in the kitchen helping fill these empty stomachs. It'll give you a taste of the harvest firsthand. As often does, so does the harvest when we dine to our heart's content. Janthir's winters are wicked months. Once the deep freeze starts, finding food is no sure bet. So, prepare. Responsibly. No false wars if that calls for many moons of decadence. Might as well enjoy it.
I deserve an award.
Let's say goodbye to the fish.
Bye, fish! I love you!
aren't you? It's time for another derby! All right, listen up, outsider, because I'm only going to explain things once. Once you break through the gate, attack those targets with lance and claw. Don't be afraid to get creative. Use the journey kinslings to find the targets. Their sense of smell is stronger than yours. Lower gates. Don't even try to mask them.
That cannot go.
Speed is essential to success. Think you can match our best? Let's see what you're made of.
May the sands chase you!
We must find it before it takes too short. actions. Journeykin will decide if these outsiders are worth anything.
I'm bleeding.
Can you believe these outsiders think that they can compete with us?
down with spice.
Just what these aching paws needed. One of the nice ballets, Janthir Bay.
Exquisite! This hot spring?
Mineral healing properties abound. Rejuvenation, improved circulation. Go on for days, but I have a speed to run. Say,
Safe.
lend me a hand and you're free to use the hot springs whenever you please. If you're like me, that offer will be worthwhile tenfold. You'll never want to leave.
Freezing the tail off.
Spring like my fur maintains its strange shell. Skin of yours right up, it will.
Just what these aching paws needed. Freezing my tail off.
Cool it down with spice. Fine. A true labor of love.
Benefits from oxidation, detoxification, rejuvenation, improved circulation. Go on for days.
Hey, Wayfinder! Janthir is wild terrain.
Technology has become.
safe from harm. Tormented.
That's valuable.
Do as we do. Earn their trust as partners during hunts, while also taking care to bond with them during downtime. Wisdom courses in these creatures' veins. Treat them as such, and that respect will be requited.
harm. Hope your knife's ready to scale.
Not a crap catch. Pretty good, even for you. What'd you do, bribe him?
Oh, you know my spear paw. Because a journey can sleep. Ha, was all sorts of silly. You see, got some pretty fine stuff.
Seek a bond with the journey kid as us Coden have. Then do as we do.
Get back on your mount! Scars will heal, but shame is eternal! Master! You can afford the journey, kid, at this rate!
I spear them, you catch them, and drop the little fellows in this basket. Painless death for the fish.
Welcome to Autumn's Vale, stranger. Come during a good season you have.
Will slip right out of your grasp. Fish are the lifeblood. Mind, don't overdo it. Take what we need and leave the rest for another. Balance and whatnot.
If you would like to learn about our way
And watch it. Prey means predators. Every blood-sucking hog caller is keeping an eye fixed on us.
killed my minion.
Visitor, you found your way to the healthiest spot in town. Mineral healing properties abound. Benefits from oxidation, detoxification, rejuvenation, improved circulation. Go on for days, I think. But I have a school to run, and we're a bit short-staffed. Say, an offer for you, visitor. Lend me a hand and you're free to use the hot springs whenever you please. If you're like me, that offer will be worth your while tenfold. You'll never want to leave. I never do. How do you think my fur maintains its radiant shine? Careful not to soak for too long, lest you start to wilt. You found your way to the healthiest spot in town. Steeped in sulfurs, mineral healing properties abound. Benefits from oxidation, detoxification, rejuvenation, improved circulation. Go on for days, but I have a school to run, and we're a bit short-staffed. Hey, an offer for you. Lend me a hand and you'll find the hot springs whenever you please. If you're like me, that offer will be worth your while tenfold. You'll never want to leave.
Grant me your strength, my friend.
How do you think my fur maintains its radiant shine? Careful not to soak it too long, lest you start to wilt. Or heat.
Losing my tail off.
Eat. There's the
That's what these big times are. Losing my tail off.
Eat.
Losing my tail off.
Eat.
There's nothing furnace in here.
Get woozy.
I'd swim to Janthir Bay.
Visitor, you found your way to that healthiest spot in town. Steeped in sulfur's mineral healing properties abound. Benefits from oxidation, detoxification, rejuvenation, improved survival. Go on for days. But I am and we're a big short staff. Say, an offer for you, visitor. Lend me a hand and you'll use the hot springs whenever you please. If you're like me, that offer will be worth your while tenfold. You'll never want to leave. I never do. How do you think my fur maintains its radiant shine? See those open muscles of yours, it will.
Smelting furnace in here.
Straight from Fort Park.
Hot. If I wanted an ice bath, I'd swim to Janthir Bay.
Get woozy. I see.
Smelting furnace in here.
You found your way to the healthiest spot in town. Steeped in sulfur's mineral healing properties abound. Benefits from oxidation, detoxification, rejuvenation, improved circulation.
Smelting furnace in here.
Go on for days. But I and we're big short staff. Hey, an offer for you, visitor. Lend me a hand and you'll use the hot springs whenever you please. If you're like me, that offer will be worth your while tenfold. You'll never want to leave. I never do. How do you think my fur maintains its radiant shine?
If I wanted an ice bath, I'd swim to Janthir Bay.
Smelting furnace in here.
I see.
You found your way to the healthiest spot in town. Steeped in sulfur's mineral healing properties abound. Benefits from oxidation, detoxification, rejuvenation, improved circulation. Go on for days. But I am a true labor of love dedicated to springs, and you've done superbly. Come back any time to relax. You burn it.